Okay, I love how that transitions in from the chorus to the bridge. What's up, friends? Today we're checking out the song Hear Me Out by EXO. We'll be looking at the song from the perspective of a producer and songwriter, so expect a few pauses to go over specific elements. Okay, let's start by talking about the instrumental intro. We've got a slowly building instrumental intro. We start out with the kick and snare on 1 and 2. Pretty standard drum pattern, but what makes this song more unique is the bass and guitar, which are incredibly funky. That bass is really moving around the fret, has a little bit of has that nice kind of rounded tone that you expect from funk. And then you have these vocal harmonies doing those oohs, and they are functioning almost like a synth for this portion. More like a synth than like a vocal, kind of covering some areas where that guitar is not doing as much work to just solidify the chord progression and make it really clear what's going on.
Look babe, 더 마음에 들어 너의 마음에 들려 날 get it, let's fly together. 나는 이를 잊지 baby, I can't help it. 날 밀어내려 네 시도는 just save it. Cause I've been thinking about some time with you. 넌 아직도 이 모든 게 시작일 뿐. 바라는 것은 전혀 없어 my baby. 같이 밤새 같은 곳을 보는 게 내 fate.
Okay, what's cool here is you start with a deeper voice and you go to a higher voice, which is a nice little contrast. Also, we're going through that same pattern as we did in the beginning instrumental here in this verse instrumental. You got like kind of a lead guitar riff going on. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. And that's a really clear melody, and so it makes sense that the vocals wouldn't be doing as melodic of a hook, of like a presentation of melody. What they're doing is a lot more rhythmic. I also like that we go from like this deeper vocal to this higher vocal when those vocal harmonies come in underneath, just like they did in the instrumental part, because it sets up a really nice contrast between sections. Really like that pre-chorus. Basically, we're just stripping out a few sections and then doing these really nice vocals and then vocal harmonies where it's like we have a vocal going and then the harmony sets in and then the vocal goes and then we have the whole harmony kind of like stacked on top of each other. It just creates a really cool sound. Love how melodic that chorus is, really going to the upper range of the vocal, getting into that head voice region a little bit there. And it's such a great chorus. I love how the chorus is kind of split into two parts too, with the first focusing on that hear me out being a little more rhythmic and the second being a lot more melodic. Just sounds great. Great chorus. Really like it. Reminds me of something similar that I did for my song Swoon with Dak and Shikati, where we had kind of stacked vocals. We had like raps during the verses, a lot more rhythmic things. And then during the choruses, we have this nice melody that's stacked and that goes throughout. Also kind of funky, that song.
I can see you here frustrated. 쉽게 말해서 I need you baby. 알잖아 재미없는 말을 굳이 꺼낼 bar. 난 행동으로 and you'll be mine for the night. Yeah. 한 걸음 멀어지는 너 애써 피하려 하지는 마. My love 딱 한 가지만 확실히 해줄래. 얘기해줘. 생각 말고.
Okay, a few things I liked. That second verse was almost the same as the first verse in terms of production, but I didn't mind that at all because I really liked the first verse. And so going into the second verse, I'm like, you know, you can keep the same production. It sounded good the first time, it's going to sound good the second time. I think too often I get in my head that I need to have the second verse like really, really different from the first in terms of production. And this is just a nice reminder of like, hey, it's okay to keep things really, really similar. I think the first verse was a little bit more stripped. That lead guitar wasn't as present as it is in the second verse, but still very, very similar. I think they had that pre-chorus last a little bit longer, which I think is a really smart move. I really like that. And I also like that at one point, like all of those instruments drop out, like just completely drop out. And we just have one single vocal doing a line that then leads into the chorus. I think that just works really, really well. I don't do that enough in my music, and I love hearing it here. It just sounds so great.
Oh, babe, hold me close. Hold me close. 신중한 그만큼 당신 밀고 당기는 건 아니야. 줄인 너의 마음.
I love that. Okay, I love how that transitions in from the chorus to the bridge by really stacking on those harmonies. And then as we go into those bridges, those kind of harmonies extend into there.
솔직하게 말해봐. 솔직해져봐. 내가 먼저 열어둘 테니 다 꺼내봐. Hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. Come on, hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. 망설일 필요 없는데. Oh, babe, hold me closely. 고지고리만 있었냐. 너만 선명해. 그 시간들이 아직 않게.
I love that high vocal that extends from that bridge into that chorus. It sounds so good and so sweet. Really reminds me of just like classic boy band stuff that we'd expect from like Backstreet Boys or NSYNC, where, you know, this higher vocal would come in during the bridge and then it'd extend into that chorus, just occasionally doing these like little oohs over the primary vocals of the chorus. And it just fits so well here. I really like that. I like that cross involvement. I think it works really, really smoothly.
매 순간들은 솔직할게. 다른 순간은 후회 없게. 마음이 가는 대로.
Brilliant. Loved it. I loved the vocal runs right there at the end. I thought they fit super well in the song. Overall, just really impressed. Great job from EXO. A great little single. Nice and moving. I'm really liking the sounds we're getting so far for this upcoming album. It just got me excited. Got me thrilled. Hope you enjoyed this little video. I hope it gave you some insight into the inner workings of the song. If it did, I hope you'll like, comment, share, subscribe. Also, I've got a song called Swoon that really fits into this vibe, and I think if you like this song, you like the songs of EXO, you'll really enjoy that. That's right here. Thanks so much. Catch you on the flip.